Comrades, welcome back to Transport Fever. This is the next installment of the Food or Hard Times mission of the European campaign. And things have been going very well, I have to say. We have $4.63 million, or what would this be, Swedish krona to spend. And we have lots of goods waiting, so I don't think there will be a shortage of things for us to ship around. The next objective that we have is to build the warehouse in the center of Sweden here, where we aim to store some reserve food for when the war starts. Although, of course, again, in real life the war is over by now, but that's just a general sort of guideline. I don't look at this date too strictly, you know. And so yes, that will happen because we are shipping construction materials to the north. And each time a little bit gets dropped off here at this warehouse. Now that will take a few more trips, but as long as there is demand, it will happen. Now, apart from that, we also have our very first objective, which we have not completed yet, which is to look for the treasure. So let's have a look again and just remind ourselves, what is it that we're looking for? Sunken treasure, that was the alcohol that sank somewhere because a German U-boat sank a ship, and it was full of valuable alcohol, and our advisor was especially eager for us to find it. It must be somewhere around here, so let's just look and see where is it. It's along the coast if I'm not mistaken. Let's just see if we can find that. Is it an exclamation mark or a question mark? It's supposed to be on the coast here. Of course, I can just click the crosshairs to find its exact location, but I'm certain it was around here somewhere. Let's just have a look. Search for the treasure and click there, and it's somewhere. Okay, well, let's take a ship out. We have enough money to do that now. So we'll buy the cheapest one, the Rigi here, since we won't be using it later. We'll just be selling it. So let's just buy that one. And outfit it for an expedition, a salvage expedition. I'll just put it on normal speed for now. So let's have a look. How can I send this thing out? Good question. Somehow we must be able to send it to the specific area now. I don't think we can send a ship anywhere without a waypoint. Now let me just think, how is this supposed to happen again? Can't remember. How did I do this before? I can't just send it on its way. That's not going to help. It needs to have a specific waypoint. I don't think there's a way I can set a waypoint in the water. That is a very curious thing now. Let me pause here. Let's not waste time on this. Search for the treasure. We'll send out a boat to search for it, but now how do we send a boat to a specific location? We're gonna have to build a shipping port out here somewhere and then set up a line. I think that's the only thing we can do. Well, it's a bit of a waste, but okay, let's do it then. I'm sure I'm missing something, but okay, never mind that, we do have the money. So I'll just set it here somewhere. I think it is along the coast, I'm quite sure of that. We'll just throw it there. And of course we'll need another one. But maybe it will succeed if I just say set line. There is already a line. What is line 2? Well, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, let's just put that port in and see if it will start going there. It does look like it. Okay, well, it's gonna go there, and once it gets there, it's not gonna do anything. But my hope is that it will cross here by the particular area. I'm quite sure there was a marker here. What's this thing here? Okay, that's just a rock. Okay, well, it will do what it will do. We certainly have many other things to occupy us with. So there's the next thing. It's the year 1921, and we have some new vehicles here. Crocodile. I rarely use the crocodile. I wonder if it's worth it. Let's just have a look, just for curiosity's sake. Crocodile's problem is, well, what is its problem? Not much actually. I know some of the other early electric locomotives are terribly expensive when it comes to running costs, especially when compared to things like the A35 that can do 100 kilometers an hour. This one certainly does not have as much power as the Crocodile. You know, we might throw a Crocodile on here somewhere. It is an expensive locomotive, but just for the sake of it, because I do like it. It's just, I very rarely use it. So anyway, let's have a look. This thing is going back now with some slag and steel as well. It should, and there is a great deal more waiting now. I'm wondering, is it worthwhile putting another train on this route? Actually, I think there is a good enough reason to do that. So let me just have a look. We have 4824 and another 48. If I have the details, it's a pity I can't just clone it here somewhere. I have to send it to the depot first. Oh well. What do we have waiting here? 147. No, that's too much. So, for this, since we do have electric cables and catenaries everywhere, let's throw the Crocodile on here. It may be a bad move in terms of spending so much money, but just for curiosity's sake. So we need the food and the construction materials to go north, and I think that will continue even after the warehouse is done. So let's throw a few of these on there, let's say 40 or so, and then the rest will be for food. And of course this will bring steel as well. And that will... no, we need the open wagon for the slag. Okay, I think we still need all three, but we don't have enough money. Oh well, just have to wait a little while. Now they're complaining that the port has no connection. Search for the treasure, find the treasure, but we can't find the treasure. Ah, there's the ship, but now... how can I get to it?
Found it? How lucky can you get? We found the sham booze ship.
That's not a convincing drunk voice, but anyway. Okay, never mind. I was totally convinced we're supposed to send a real ship out here, but I guess not. Which would make sense, since we can't actually send a waypoint there. But it would have been nice, you know. But okay, there it is. We found the alcohol, and the advisor will be drunk for the next decade. So let's get rid of this. It's been a waste, but oh well, live and learn. So now... if you have not yet done this mission, you can see what not to do. So let's send you back and sell you and continue. That actually gave us a bit of money. Or it could have been that we just had another shipment somewhere. Okay, Verbandswagen I think has to be the most important, since that will be carrying the food. And then we just need a few open wagons for good measure, I think. Just so we get some slag. This thing has to keep working so we can keep supplying construction materials. That's a good secondary income source. Let's just see, what is the passenger service doing? Is it working as planned? It is, it seems. It's actually insufficient already, but it is making one heck of a profit. That's always the thing with passenger services, especially if the cities are quite close together. There's a big demand. Just wish we had a bit of money so I could set up the next line to Göteborg or Göteborg and Malmö, since that would also be very profitable, but I think the goods must take precedence here. Go on, let's put it on the medium speed. Good, so you can see it's clearly not sufficient. Now let's buy a few open wagons. What's the length of this platform again? I think it was just a normal 160. Yes, okay, so we'll stick to that more or less. And get a few open wagons. Wish we could get one more. Just wait for a moment. I don't think it's going to finish the warehouse on this trip. It'll probably drop off a few things and then continue on. Come on. Ah, we're in the red again. That's always the case when you wait for something to pay out. And I still want to fix up the landscape here. Ah, there we go. No, almost. Happy for no reason. And we have it. Okay, so it's done.
Tensions are increasing. War seems inevitable. It would be best for our country to remain neutral so that we don't ruin anyone's business. However, our food security is in poor shape. We must expect the importation of foodstuffs to become difficult. We had better be prepared. But the populace also shouldn't have to tighten their belts.
So we're back again with this 10% requirement. Bring foodstuffs to the warehouse and meanwhile continue to supply the cities of Malmö, Göteborg and Jönköping with at least 10% food, which we are doing at the moment, but Jönköping is very dangerously close to the limit. For every undersupplied city, 10 foodstuffs will be distributed to the people per month, so that will be taking it out of the warehouse, I guess. So there's another medal that we can earn here. Let's just have a look what that would be. Stockpile at least 500 foodstuffs before the war begins. Interesting. I guess this will be sufficient as we have this set up here. It's taking food anyway, so each time it will stop here and drop off some. We could even set extra truck routes up here, but I think with a new train it will be okay. It's obviously going to take a bit of time, but let's see. There we go. We do have a time limit now. So how many years is that? About 4 years, I guess, until the war starts. So I think this is good. Let's set it to the route, and this would be, is this now the steel one? Yep, and it is on its way. Let's just get it going. Let's see this magnificent monster. Very early electric locomotive. Very nice. I like that one. So we'll let it do its thing and see if there's other opportunities for shipping things. Let's just see. Jönköping is not getting enough food, so let's buy one or two more vehicles here. If I can click on it. So what do we have? The pens. Let's buy 3 of them just in case. And Jönköping food, and I think that'll be good. The other one is also shipping construction materials, but it doesn't have anything really waiting. Only 2, which is pretty much okay, I think. We're already under the 10% now for Jönköping. Well, I'm sure it will be okay. With these new vehicles and the extra train, we'll be able to distribute enough. Let's just fix this terrain. It's not a priority, I know, but you know, we do have to have some responsibility to the environment here and make sure that we leave it in a decent state. Okay, I think that will do it. It seems as if all of the old road imprints have been fixed now, so it looks a little bit better. Okay, so I can close this. Now, what's next on the list? Well, the crocodile is moving. See if we have enough coal and iron. That will be the next thing. Does look like it. If the one gets a lot less than the other one, we can add more cars. It'll probably be the coal one, but for now I think it is sufficient. How much food do we have in the stockpile? Probably nothing. 0. Oh dear, and the days are flying here. You know, just for the sake of it, I might put up a truck route here, just for extra security. I don't want to divert too much food away from the, the normal supply chain, but I think it might actually be worth it. So for this one, I'm not even going to put a truck stop here. I'll just put a normal passenger stop, make it as cheap as possible, and then we'll just divert it from this existing platform here. Just a few trucks to help the whole thing along. So we'll say this is reserve food. And let's have a look. So what is the timing of the existing steel line? 4 minutes. So the thing is, if you set up several trucks, then the frequency can be quite low, like a few seconds or under a minute, and then the game will start diverting all of the food to that one because its delivery period is much shorter. But then again, that wouldn't be too bad. This is a temporary stockpile, so after that it will continue on its merry way again. But let's say 5 or so, just enough to get the thing growing there in the reserve. And then after that we can always redirect these vehicles or sell them or something. 11 is waiting there, and we're not shipping any of it to Malmö itself. That's always another area we can grow, but it is more profitable to send things further away. Okay, we're above the 10% limit now, but those days are flying. It's quite distressing, you know. I don't want us to miss that deadline. What is the timing? 3 minutes. That's not too bad. It will take a while, but there we go. It's already picking up food. And we get the Daimler top seater now. I don't think we're using any buses anywhere. Oh well, that's fine then. Then of course there's also the thing about the airport that we saw last time. I'm wondering if it is a worthwhile investment. It might be, especially if we put it somewhere here and then these cities will share it, and then we put another one in the south. So there we might be able to use the top seater. Let's just see, would it be terribly expensive? Yes, it would. That's not good. I don't want to spend too much on this. This is a tertiary concern, but it could be a nice way to make some extra money. Always have to be on the lookout for extra opportunities. The thing is, if I put it too far, I'm going to have to put up a separate, route for passengers to get there. If we could somehow connect it to this station, and then, well, we can't really pick up passengers from there. What about here on this peninsula? No, wrong keys. That might not be too bad. Let's do it. Let's see if we can make some extra money. 500, that's okay. Let's put it there, and then one in the south as well. Actually, I should put the contours on. Quite hilly, unfortunately. Oh dear, I don't want to spend too much. And I don't want to demolish half of the world here. Well, maybe that will do. It's not very pretty, but okay, there we go. And then I'll just put a country road up here just to divert the passengers. And that also means that the airplanes will be taking off directly over the city, which I always like. It's a nice touch so that people actually see the places that they're visiting. And then of course I just have to, I'll just say this is the air route. I don't know if the Swedes actually have a national airline. That's one thing I don't think I've ever heard about. Collisions. Okay, continue. We don't have money for an airplane right now, but at least the infrastructure is in place. And then of course I also have to put a bus route up. Just otherwise it's pointless. While we are anyway waiting for food to be delivered. Oh, all gone again. 93 passengers waiting for how many seats? 70. It's not good, but it's not too terrible yet. Don't think it's worthwhile sending the train back to the depot just to add one extra car. Okay, we already have a stop here. This is for the food, but could we use it for passengers? It's a bit far away from the residential areas. Let's send it to the center of town first and then to pick up passengers. There, so now we can just get this thing going. So it's first going to stop at the airport, then it will go to the center of town to drop people off, and then it will continue to the residential areas to pick people up. So I'll just say this is northern bus. We don't have another bus here. And do we have a depot here? No, I guess we'll send them from this one. Just 2. And then also we'll need a southern bus. Will that reach? I think so. Yep. Don't want to spend too much for terraforming. And then let's have a look at the regions of the city. So the first one will again drop people off here, and then it's going to be a bit of a detour, but I'm okay with that. Then it stops by the residential areas. So first by the airport, and then in the center of town, and then it does this loop, and then it stops there, and then it goes back again. So this will be southern bus. Ah, that's not a capital. And we'll buy just another 2 here. Do we even have a... Yes, we do. I keep forgetting it's there. So just 2, and then please go to southern bus, and then we can buy 2 aircraft. We just have this Junkers or Junkers, and set that on the air route, and then we'll simultaneously get one in the north, so they don't have to wait for each other. Then we can always get more. Now, there is a need to also get the passenger route up. This is just the express service between these cities, but we still need a bulk one as well. Do we have a passenger route? No, we don't. So let me take one of these existing lines and then go between this passenger station in Malmö and the one in the north there. Now, of course, I still have to add signals to that northern route. So I'll just say this is the main line. People mover, why not? It's a bit of inspiration there. So we have one signal there, but I think we can add a few more just to smooth everything. And maybe another one here. And that should be enough, I think. Let's just look at the actual layout here. Is it doing what I want it to do? And we have the iron train as well. It's gonna get crowded here. I think it's okay. This train will anyway spend most of its time on the rest of the route. So let's buy something. It's not gonna be a super huge train at this point. Let's buy another crocodile, although it's so expensive, but okay, just because. And one of these Donnerbuchsche, I'm not quite sure how to say that, but these are always very good ones. But wait, let's just have a look. This one is 75 kilometers an hour. Now let's get the cheaper 3-axle car. It does make a difference, especially with the running costs as well. 28, that's not enough. We need quite a bit more. I'd say at least 70 like the other train, but this will just have to take its time. Now, is everything going well? Why are we not getting food here? Still 0 stockpile. Okay, you drop it off, but then where does it go? That is very odd. It doesn't send it to the station. Doesn't look like it. There's nothing waiting there, but then where is this stuff disappearing to? Continue supplying the cities, which we are doing very successfully, but none of the food is actually reaching the warehouse for some reason. There is another one. It has 8 food. It drops it off. It gets paid for it. It disappears completely. It's not waiting on this platform, but it also doesn't show up there. Bizarre. Let me just have a look at this thing. We're running out of time here. Tensions are increasing. We'd better be prepared, but the populace also shouldn't be tighten their belts. Bring foodstuffs to the warehouse and meanwhile continue to this. Yeah, we're doing that. Does it now have to be a goods stop there? I can't see why. Very, very strange. Let's wait until the next train comes by here. I just want to see how it behaves there. If necessary, we can always throw a number of trucks on just as an extra measure. Maybe we should actually. Don't wait on that. Get another 5 and set them to the reserve food. There's another one coming. And it gets paid for its work, so it is going somewhere. There we see it's waiting on the platform. No. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cancel the stop on this steel route. I don't want it stopping here anymore. That was a flop. Okay, another lesson. So if you are doing this mission, be sure that once the thing gets built, you either send a specific train here to drop it off or trucks, but don't let it send it through to the north. So now there is nothing else happening to that food. Let's see if it's showing up. It's getting dropped off, but it's still not showing in the stockpile. Maybe the stockpile only updates when the war begins. But that doesn't make much sense. Guess we'll find out, but I'm feeling we're not gonna get that medal anymore. Let's get more trucks on it. 5 more. This is getting desperate. And what else do we need? I think we can get another airplane, but I just want this one to take off again. And we're still waiting for the passenger train. A lot of things to spend money on. 70 passengers. Can we get another one? No. I think I'll wait till I get one more on here. This one is going to be a very popular route. Is food still getting shipped here in the north? Yep, it looks like it. Okay, now Göteborg is not getting enough. Let's set 2 more trucks on that route. Have to monitor these things so carefully, especially when there's these tight deadlines. Maybe it needs to. Maybe it doesn't actually recognize it if it's a passenger stop. I know these things work in normal situations, but why is it not showing up? Well, I'm willing to try. It's an experiment. So from now on, please do not come here. Reserve food. You must rather stop there. So remove number 2 and it should still continue as normal. I'll just delete this one. We have less than 2 years left. Nothing on it. Hopefully it didn't delete all of it now. I think it actually did. It obviously doesn't recognize this stop yet. I think we can still make it, but it might require some more trucks. What's the coal situation looking like? Try to ship more items. There's enough coal and there does seem still to be some iron. They're complaining because we're not shipping enough steel. Okay, everyone is getting more than enough food. Passengers are waiting, so let's get more airplanes. Just get one more in the north. And we should be able to set the passenger line going as well. Just see if we can't get 1 or 2 more. 98, that's a good number. So this will be the mainline people mover, and it is on its way. Fantastic, another good money maker. Come on, where's that food, man? My alarm is saying half an hour is over, but we have to start seeing some food filter through here. How long is it taking for this route at the moment? 58 seconds. Come on. It wants food. We're giving it food. Move. Get out, get out. You can't be standing here. There's food. Consumption is given here as 16 now. But it's still stored 0. Well, we're doing what we need to do. We'll see when the war starts what the situation is there. Stockpile food, now it's showing up. So, lesson for the future, do not use a passenger stop to drop off food unless it is in a normal situation in a city or something, because those seem to work. Like here, we're delivering food by a normal passenger stop, and it works in the city. There's the, okay, that's construction materials. Where's the food delivery for the city? Now that's all reserve food. Still construction materials. Malma food. Well, there's only 2 of them on there, but that is how the city is getting food, and that was perfectly fine until now, but it's complaining when it comes to the food storage. I think we're gonna have to. It's desperate times. We need to throw on some more trucks here. We'll sell them all after. Get some of the money back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! Move, move, move! I think we'll make it. As long as each one is full now. Is there anything that needs tending to? I think we might need to ship more iron. No. When it's getting used up here, then it's an indication. But the real issue is we're not shipping enough steel. I wonder if it's worthwhile getting another train to ship steel. Although that said, we are getting a great deal of food, so it's probably not necessary now. I want to save up a little bit of money. How much do we have to get? If we just have a look at the medals again, get at least 50 million, so that's why we shouldn't spend everything. Well, I think I'll leave this episode here. I'm not sure how many steps there are after this one. I think there are still a few, so we're gonna have at least one more full episode for this scenario, which is fine by me. It's a very interesting one, and at least this mystery has now been resolved with a food delivery. So we'll see in the next episode whether I have managed to salvage that or whether it was too late. See, here's another structure that we're gonna have to access. I think, I can't actually remember if that's now another source of food once there's a blockade or something like that. It's possible. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode and have a fantastic day.